Hi, this is Cecilia from Tarot by Cecilia, and today is Tuesday, May 15th, 2018. The tarot card for today is the Devil. First, I want to say new moon blessings to everyone. Today is our new moon in Taurus, and we have a lot of other things going on as well to talk about today. But I'm looking at this and I'm saying, this is probably a pretty appropriate card for today. At first, I was like, wow, but let's talk about this for a minute, okay? Yes, first up today is the new moon in Taurus. It occurs here in the morning, followed a few hours later by Uranus entering the sign of Taurus. Now, Uranus has been in the sign of Aries for the last 7 years, and there are areas of your life that Uranus has shaken up and changed around, and I'm here to say that they probably in no way resemble what they were before, right? And think about where that was, if you know where this fell for you. Now, I'm not one to want to give the whole story away, but today, here we are, seemingly trapped, seemingly in chains, seemingly stuck. And you really want to know? If you pay attention, you will see that tomorrow's card is going to be the Tower. Imagine that, right? So there is some sort of breaking loose and being set free going on here. Life really does want to change, people. And I have to tell you, it's interesting to see how all of this plays out. And with Uranus, we never really know what's going to happen. That's why we call it the planet of surprise. So you could be stuck one minute and then the next you're not. Now, I don't know how many of you are aware of where Uranus was while it was in Aries. But as it moves into Taurus, it will be in a new house, and there's a whole new set of circumstances, where Uranus will be involved. And I did do a very lengthy, like over 51 minutes, tarot guidance reading for Uranus and Taurus. And it outlines quite a few things, including what this means for your sign. That is available. You can find it, through my Facebook page for purchase, or at the $10 level on Patreon. But the more I look at this with this card for today and the card that's coming tomorrow, and it's just a big wow here. There's a wow factor that's going on, because we all go along and we think that we're stuck. One of the things with the Devil card is thinking that we're stuck and, not knowing how to get out of something. I'm here to tell you that all of a sudden things are going to start happening. So as we switch cycles, we're going to see so many changes taking place, because Uranus will no longer be wherever it was, and then it's going to be someplace else. So I'll give you an example. For me, it was in my day-to-day work routine, which I can definitely see has been totally rearranged, as well as my area of health. And as many of you know, it's been affected in so many ways. Okay, now it's going to be moving on to relationships, and that can be all kinds of relationships. And I'll be honest with you, I'm curious to see how that plays out. So it's always, I think, good to know which planets are affecting which areas of our life as we go along. Now, when it comes to the Devil card, one of the things that this also deals with is our addictions. Now, wouldn't it be wonderful if all this switch in energy that's taking place, let's say having the new moon, coming up, giving us the impetus to have new beginnings, to, do things to take care of, all right, let's just say my health, right? All these things, what are the possibilities? I think that they're endless, and there are situations that we need to extricate ourselves from. And how do we do that? I mean, sometimes we stay in the same thing because we don't know what to do about it, and we don't think that there is any way out of it. I'm here to tell you that it's time. It's time for change. It's time to let go of all that. Now, some of the things that this card can cover, okay, let's talk about this for a minute. We've got things like alcoholism, gambling, cell phone addiction, whatever, the game addiction, food, anything which is holding you back and keeping you from being who you could truly be. So we got to follow the story. That's all I know, because I'm finding it fascinating that the turn of events that's coming up, it's no coincidence that all the planets are doing what they're doing. You know, it's time. It's time to break free. And this is definitely the perfect card to have in this spot. I was, a little curious when I noticed that we had the tower coming out tomorrow. All right, but I hadn't paid attention to what today's card was. Now, also, if you look and you follow on my Facebook page, you'll see that the featured card of the day has finally returned. Okay, things are slowly getting back on track, thank goodness. And for yesterday, the featured card of the day was the Tower. So Uranus is just a moving and a shaking and getting things going. So if there is any area where you feel like you've been shackled to it and you just can't seem to escape it at the moment, stay tuned, because it isn't going to remain the same. And if you have any further questions, definitely go listen to my Uranus video. I want to thank you all very much for being here. I'll see you again tomorrow, and as always, have a great day.